Hey, we're Girl From Material. We are here at Big Rock, Liberty Commons in Toronto, and this is Beers with Bands.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what your role is in the band, and what you're drinking today.
My name's Graham Wright. I'm the singer, and I play a little guitar, and I'm drinking a delicious AGD Alberta Genuine Draft by Big Rock.
Joseph Garand, I do the bass, and I'm drinking the same.
And I am enjoying the Antler IPA. So tell us a little bit about Girlfriend Material, because it's fairly new. You just put out a new EP, so tell us a bit about Girlfriend Material.
I will. Girlfriend Material is a new-ish project for us. It is based on some songs that I wrote for a movie to begin with, to my own brief of writing punk rock songs. They didn't really turn out to be punk rock songs, but they did turn out to be better than I expected them to be. So I felt like I needed to add members to the band, and then I, sort of slowly added Josh Hook, who also plays in Tokyo Police Club, Jake Boyd, who plays drums in Colorado and is the Girlfriend drummer, and of course Joe.
And there is a punk rock song on the record.
There's one punk rock song. It's less than 1 minute long, and that is our nod to our roots.
Being newish band with a big history in the city and playing gigs and whatnot. So I'm going to throw a couple scenarios out to you, and you tell me which bar, which club, which venue sort of applies. So which venue has the best green room?
Joe, you want to tackle this first?
I really like the larger green room at the Horseshoe because of the history there, and because of the graffiti on the wall, and number of people played there and put their name on it. I think that would be the coolest green room to be in Toronto.
I think that's true. Toronto, as in my other life as the Tokyo Police Club guy, I've been in a lot of green rooms. Toronto has garbage green rooms. Like, for a city with as many great venues as Toronto has, the green rooms all suck. Like the Mod Club, amazing venue. Lee's Palace, amazing venue. The green rooms are closets. They're trash. They're hell.
The Lee's Palace green room is a nightmare.
It's such a nightmare. Horseshoe green room is also tiny, but the Horseshoe, it feels right for the Horseshoe, and it's right by the stage. It feels really cozy. I've never been in there when there wasn't like cool other bands or just like Toronto people hanging out. And the camaraderie in the green room at the Horseshoe is really special. But I also want to give a shout out to the green room at Adelaide Hall, which is our last show we played there with Taylor Knox for his CD release party. And the decor was really interesting. It was kind of like music. And so there was like a record on the wall, but also there was shower curtains that just had the most insane assortment of terms possible in like when you go to HomeSense and there's shower curtains, you're like, get your college grad a shower curtain. It was like that, and it would be like grunge, guitar, like suitcase, like just incomprehensible, translated a million times back and forth through Google Translate. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So that's the real best green room.
I couldn't understand where they acquired all those things. Like, where did they come from? What weird not Amazon website did all that stuff come from?
Alibaba.
I feel like there's like an industry waiting to happen there, people designing green rooms. I really do. So which one has the best stage? What's your favorite stage to play in Toronto?
Oh, wow. Mod Club is great. It's like the exact right size that you have some room to kind of like go around and do stuff, but you're not like, oh God, why am I this far away from the rest of the band? But that's one thing. Toronto venues, great stages. Pretty much across the board.
Opera House.
Opera House is a great stage.
Stepping on the Opera House stage and looking out when the house lights are on is insanely special.
It feels special. It feels like storied.
And which one has the best bar menu, best selection beer-wise?
Ottawa.
I've never wanted for beer at a Toronto venue. Because when I'm playing a gig, I'm not like, may I please have your most interesting IPA, 19.18%. So if they have like cans of something easy drinking, which venues tend to, I'm happy.
Wait, is this Toronto only?
Yeah.
Go to Ottawa if you want.
What's in Ottawa?
Well, I was
What's
remembering
so
the
special?
show in Ottawa where the guy brewed his own beer.
Oh, well, yeah.
That was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was kind of off the beaten path.
All right. I guess
in a
maybe that
private
doesn't count.
basement. But shout out to Joe Rancourt. You know, the real question should be like, who has the coldest mini fridges so that your beers get real crispy, but I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know.
I'm going to start paying
Basically,
attention, though.
Okay.
I guess like Teddy. We're in it for Teddy
Nice.
at the Horseshoe, I think. Yeah.
So you guys have been going on social media spree with cool cars, hashtag cool cars. Where are you finding all of these cool cars?
Just around. I mean, I know my day-to-day life takes me on foot through the city a lot, and I've gotten really attuned to just noticing, because there's cars parked everywhere, and you're like, that's a cool car. You know right away what a cool car is. And I really like it when I have to go somewhere off the beaten path, because I think I live in the West End, and every cool, boxy, like late 80s, early 90s car between Roncesvalles and Lansdowne, I've definitely photographed and put on the Instagram. So I had to go to like Kensington a few months ago for something, and I was like, oh my God, there's a million cool cars here. It's like an embarrassment of riches. Joe's our East End correspondent.
Yeah, I live in Riverdale, Riverside, if you want to get technical about it.
We do.
And
This isn't called vagueness with bands. Give us coordinates, Joe.
My evening dog walk at Latitude. No, I guess like my walk through my extremely old tree Toronto neighborhood has got a lot of like janky old Subarus, which I'm a huge fan of, and just sort of clapped out old diesel Mercedes Benzes, and that's sort of the thing. And I extremely aspire to one day own a very old diesel Mercedes.
We did. I have a cool car anecdote. Yeah. All right, listen. No, we did. You know, the album came out, and so I boosted the Facebook post, which you can do with money. And I can tell that it's working because people are starting to show up on it, being like, these cars aren't that cool. And like clearly just like randoms who got served the ad and are like, this sucks from top to bottom, but they're so mad. They're like, that's not that cool. It's a Subaru Impreza.
That car's very cool.
It's the coolest car.
It's not my fault they don't get it.
Either you know or you don't know.
And so, spending time in a car, what is the essential music on your road trip playlist?
Podcasts.
Oh no, come on, we can do some music. Well, first of all, this is giving away a trade secret, but Girlfriend Material has DJ'd a couple of parties and are available. And if you're interested in hiring us, stop the video right now and just hire us, because I'm about to explain what it actually is, which is a Spotify playlist that we choose from, but we put all the songs in one place, and it's really fucking good Spotify playlist.
It's a lot of late 70s punk rock.
Yeah, a lot of like post-punk.
A lot of post-punk.
And that, whenever you're in doubt in a car, if you just shuffle that bad boy, it's great. Wall-to-wall bangers.
So, you guys get to have a custom faucet in your own house that will pour your favorite liquid of choice. Everything else, water. This one faucet.
Can I also design the faucet?
Sure.
Okay.
First of all, I really wanted to have the thing, you know, the faucets you can get where you just touch them anywhere on the faucet? Gotta have that.
Just don't have pets that don't have
I don't have pets or friends. I just by myself touching my faucets. Not a euphemism. So this magical faucet, let's get back to the question. I feel like I'm supposed to say beer on account of what this is, and also what a faucet would put out.
It would almost have to be beer.
It's hard to, it would almost have to be beer, but there's something about having that much beer, like having plenty, cold brew coffee.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be better? Because then you can keep your beers in your fridge or freezer, crack them, crispy, delightful. You don't take them for granted; they're still special. But I could take cold brew for granted.
Cold brew nitro coffee.
You can have nitro. I'm keeping mine virgin.
What if it could do like all the difficult sauces that I make for dinner? Like if I could
a bechamel.
Well, yeah, just like a challenging sauce.
Well, then what's the fun of having a sauce if it's not challenging to make? Get your whisk out, buddy. Just get that silky sauce.
If I could have a faucet that produced like Newman's own original salad dressing, that would be solid.
Okay.
And that would bring
nitro.
Actually, that would turn down my budget massively. Yeah.
Nitro salad dressing.
Okay, so Graham, this question will be familiar
Which is
to
the name
you.
of my post-punk band.
You get to brew your own beer. You each get to brew your own beer. What style of beer are you going to brew? What's your secret ingredients? And which one of your songs are you going to name this beer?
So mine is called The Darcy's Poolside by Big Rock. The secret ingredient is copying.
If I were to, it would be a 4.5%.
Love it.
Low carbonation, little bubbles ale.
Uh-huh.
And the secret ingredient would be maybe like sea salt or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And the name of this, which song are you going to call it?
Oh, we have one of our songs.
Yeah.
We should name it after Emily's. Emily's famous.
Emily's famous.
Because there's no cool female beer names that I
Oh,
can
that's
think
true.
of.
That's nice.
Yeah, so we just call it Emily's
All right.
Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Emily's Fame Farmhouse. Emily's Farmhouse.
Emily's Farmhouse.
Now it has to be a different beer, but
Oh, how many beers like start with like we've got the name. Now let's make the beer.
it's got to be all of them.
All of them. We've got the dumb pun name. Let's figure out a way to make that work.
Bud Light. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm starting with the name.
Girlfriend Mabirial. Is that too late for that? Here we
do
are.
it.
God save the Queen.
There's a song on the record called Crap. I think it'd be funny if there was a beer called Crap.
Nobody wants it
It
except
comes in a
me.
can. It comes in a regular sized can. No
Oh,
tall
it
can.
definitely comes in a regular size can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says Crap on it, and it's like, I don't know.
Good.
It's great. Anyway, so
The
they're all
CEO of
regular sized
beer.
cans. This one's called Crap, and it's like, I don't know. It's probably just like it's got to be like the wateriest lager you've ever had in your entire life, and it can only be served. Like somehow we're gonna do.
It's
science
Rolling
on
Rock.
the-
We
on
want to
the-
do Rolling Rock, but
but
expensive.
so here's the thing though. You know how like a certain beer that we don't have to name, it has the mountains turn blue, so you know it's cold. This one won't even open unless it's almost a slushy. You cannot get this thing. We'll get the metal of a certain type that expands and contracts, and it will only open and be drinkable when it's so cold that you can't taste the fact that it's the shittiest watery beer. It's called Crap. This is my greatest invention.
So what's next for Girlfriend Material? What does 2019 look like for the rest of you guys?
Oh.
We don't know yet.
Like, we definitely don't want to work too hard.
But yeah, that's a good plan.
Yep.
Tokyo Police Club and Colorado have stuff to do for the rest of the year, so Girlfriend's probably going to be quieter than Loud, and we'll do more in early 2020. But also, it's such a album release has such gravity that I feel like my entire brain was geared towards the album's coming out. The album's coming out, which as of the time that we're taping this interview was last Friday. That beyond that is like, okay. Can we put out a new album yet? No, it seems too soon. So I guess we have to keep like reminding people that we have put out an album already when they're like, yeah, we know. We don't care anymore. So we're going to see how many Instagrams we can do.
No one talks like that.
Interesting.
How many Instagrams we can do?
Yeah, that's how people know about the record, isn't it?
I don't know.
Apparently.
How does this work now?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there still radio?
Instagrams.
Do they have it?
Well, yeah, we'll get the radio to play us.
We'll get the radio to do it.
We're going to have a hit. We're going to get us a hit. We're going to get her
Ooh.
going.
Why did nobody think of that?
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to do a big hit.
Big ol' hit.
We're going to do a big hit.
And then-
a boat? You want a boat?
Yeah, at least.
We'll get some boats.
Some boats. Everybody's going to have a boat.
So 2019 year of some boats.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, cool.
Like 2 boats?
Each?
No, like in total.
I guess we could share a boat.
Yeah.
Big boat, though, right? 40-footer?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
A 45-footer.
Yeah, big boats.
Big boats.
Big boats.
Thanks for asking.
2019.
And where can everybody find you on all your socials?
We're just going to be on the open water. That's a great question. The label recently made us change them so they were more So me and Joe invented the entire social media persona of Girlfriend Material at a bar on the East End once.
Yeah.
And we thought it was great.
It
and
is
then
still great.
Before the album came out, the label was like, cool, so some to-dos before the album comes out.
Can you
let people know you're a band. Stop only posting cars. I didn't do that.
Can you explain the social media, the fascia that we presented to the world?
Which the GMAT for
developed
now?
at Poor Romeo in the East
I
End?
believe it was Poor Romeo
It
in the
was
East
Poor
End, yeah.
Romeo.
Which bit?
So basically, we decided that we would only post pictures of clapped out old automobiles to the internet.
That was your social media
Period.
strategy.
That was our social media
That was
strategy.
it, yeah.
It seemed funny.
And it still is.
It is funny,
Yeah.
and I do honestly think it's as good a social media strategy as like Flop Sweat begging people to listen to our records. But I did say, I was like, fine, in the stories, I'll beg people to listen to the records. So you
Do
can
think
see
you
us.
should listen to the record.
You should
It's
listen to
good.
it. But also look at the cars.
We're actually really good at it. We're good at it.
But so on Instagram, it's girlfriend material _ the band, or possibly just _ band, whichever one of those works. And then on Twitter, it's GF material _ the band.
There's a Twitter?
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. We have 56 followers so far.
Don't.
And we will post the links to their socials in the post below. We are BeerX. You can find us on YouTube, Beers with Bands. Subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos like this one. And we're Beers Bands on Instagram and Twitter. And thanks, guys.
God save the Queen.
God save the
Cheers.
Queen.
Joe introduced us to saying God save the Queen when you cheers, which is as good a thing as any to say when you cheers, although I'm no monarchist. But so we started saying before we went on stage and stuff, and then we started saying GSTQ, which stands for God Save the Queen, in group texts.
Uh-huh.
And when it was time to get the vinyl printed, I was like, oh shit, you can like get, they can like write stuff on the like the inner thing,
They call that the dead wax.
the dead wax. I was like, can we put GSTQ on the dead wax? Later, it was pointed out to me that every single time, it was pointed out by our group text, that every single time I say GSTQ, I was saying GTSQ. I did not know this. It does not stand for the same thing.
So now when you acquire our album from the best record store that you like to go to, in the dead wax it will say GTSQ.
God the Save Queen.
God the Save Queen.
That's amazing.
Hey, we're girlfriend material. We're at Liberty. No. We hate Liberty.